So everyone's got their playlist ready to go. We're gonna get it going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're gonna start class today lying on our backs. So you wanna make your way down onto your mat and then just have your knees bent and your feet flat. You wanna have your feet about sit bone distance apart, maybe about a ruler's distance from your sit bones. And just allow the arms to relax down by the sides of the body. Just allow those arm bones to roll open, the collarbones nice and wide. We just get that feeling that the sternum is opening, like we're lying in the sunshine and just relaxing through the head, neck, and shoulders. Start to find the neutral curves of your spine resting on the mat. So you should feel that heaviness through the back of the head, through the bottom of the rib cage, and just through the bottom of the sacrum, creating that little bit of a curve behind the neck and behind the lower back. Let's start to deepen our breathing here. Take a full inhale through the nose. Feel the ribs opening and expanding against the fabric of your shirt. And as you exhale, breathe out through your mouth, creating just that slightly audible breath, allowing the ribs to close down and wrap around. Take that breath all the way in through the nose. Feel the ribs opening to the sides and back. And exhale, breathing out, feeling that sensation of the navel sinking to the spine without changing the positioning of the vertebrae. Inhale through the nose, feel that 360 degrees of ribcage expansion. And exhale, breathing out, shrink wrapping the waist around the spine. Let's take 2 more cycles of breath here. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the ribs east and west. And exhale, breathing out, wrapping ribs, wrapping through the abdominals, feeling that lift up from the pelvic floor. Last time, inhaling through the nose, all the way to the bottom of the lungs. And exhale, breathing out, wrapping the waist, drawing up between the sit bones. So now let's start to warm up our obliques with some pelvic tilts. We're starting at our neutral hip bones level to the pubic bone. And on your exhale, rock your pelvis back. Feel how the curve of the back flattens into the mat, but try not to use your feet or butt muscles to get there. So you want to use just the belly, just the front of the body. Let's hold that for an inhale. And then on your next exhale, return your pelvis back to its neutral alignment. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, rock back to your imprint. If there was a marble on the pubic bone, it would roll into your belly button. We're holding it there for an inhale. And releasing back to neutral. 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale, imprint. Feel that tucking sensation of the ribs as you rock the pelvis behind you. We're holding it for that in-breath. And then just releasing back to neutral. 1 more time, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, imprinting using just front body muscles. We're holding that for an in-breath. And returning back to a neutral. Now let's challenge our neutral position here next. Take your hands and bring them onto your hip bones. So hopefully those hip bones should feel pretty level from left to right. If there was a board across your hips, it wouldn't be tipped to either side. Now as we move into our knee tips, the idea here is we're moving the leg bones, but not the pelvis. So the hands are gonna stay completely still. Let's breathe in to prepare. And now on your exhale, let the right knee open to the right side. So your right leg opens, but your right hip bone stays exactly where it is in space. And then we inhale, bring the right knee back over the hip. Left side goes. Exhale, open the left thigh bone to the left side, but that left hip bone isn't dropping down anywhere. And inhale, we bring it back in. Over to the right side. The bowl of the pelvis stays upright and level. And inhale, center. Exhale, over to the left side. And inhale, center. Let's go 1 more time over to the right side. And back to center. And 1 more time over to the left side. And back to center. Take your arms, rest them by your sides. And now we're going to challenge the stability of the pelvis forward and backwards. So instead of stabilizing laterally side to side, we're now trying to keep the pelvis from rocking forward and backward. Let's take an inhale to prepare. And on your next exhale, slide your right leg all the way straight. And as you slide the leg straight, feel the belly button just deepen towards the backbone. Inhale, drag your heel back towards your bottom. Left side goes. Exhale, slide away, deepening that abdominal connection. And inhale, drag it back in. Exhale, navel to spine, reach away, opening through that hip flexor. And inhale back in. And we go over to the left side, reach away, navel draws to spine, and back in. Now we're going to take the right leg out. We're going to give you another little challenge. So let's take that right leg away and now hold it here. So the pelvis and spine are going to stay neutral, but start to draw the abs in, the belly button to the spine so much that right leg gets lighter, lighter, lighter and starts to lift up off the ground. Lifting it up just as high as you can, keep that neutral, and then we're lowering it all the way back down. No change to the bowl of the pelvis. Exhale, draw the abs in, deepen the abdominal connection, floating that right leg up, and inhale, we're lowering it back down to the floor. Let's go 3 more. Draw the abs in and lift up, and inhale to lower. Last 2, sink the abs, float it up, and lower down. Last time on the side, draw the abs in and lift, and we lower all the way back down. Go ahead and slide that right heel back towards your bottom. Let's switch to the left. Draw the abs in, reach the left leg away, and then sink navel to spine and make that leg get lighter, lighter, lighter until it floats up. Any amount of lift is okay. And then drag it back down again. Exhale, navel to spine, floating it up. And inhale, we lower. 3 more like that. Draw the abs in first, move the leg second. Getting the body in that good habit of just creating that stability through the abdominals. Last one here. We're going to take that leg up and lower it down, but keep it straight. Now let's take the right leg and straighten the right leg as well. Both legs are straight. Let's flex the toes towards the shins and really feel the back of your thighs press into the ground so we're not floating the knees up. Draw the navel to the spine. We're going to go into a little curl. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, nod, curl, and flex. Don't let the legs come off the ground. Your eye gaze is going to end up right about at your knees. And then we're lowering, peeling the shoulders all the way back down again. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, curling up, sliding the rib cage towards the frontal hip bones. And then we lower all the way back down. Let's go 3 more like that. Exhale, nod, curl, and flex, stretching the fingertips towards the toes. And lowering it down. Last 2, nod, curl, flex, and bring it all the way down. 1 more time, let's nod, curl, flex, and hold. Let's get right into our hundreds. Inhale, pump the arms for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 50. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 60. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 70. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 80. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 90. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Reach an inch further towards your toes. And bring it all the way back down. Hopefully those abs are warm. Slide your heels in towards your sit bones. Let's move into our hip rolls next. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, imprint your spine to the mat. Press into your heels and roll the hips up into a tall standing shoulder bridge. So resting in the widest part of the shoulders, the ribs stay tucked so the obliques are active. Our rib to hip muscles, our suspender muscles are working here. Let's hold for that inhale and exhale, melting down through the throat, drawing the shoulders down, mid-back and pelvis and tail, just like a strand of pearls. Breathing in your neutral. Exhale, imprint with abdominals, engage glutes and peel up. Feel like you're trying to pull your sit bones together and up. Those are your glutes. Hold, breathing in, and exhale, softening the throat, rolling down, trying to place 1 vertebrae down at a time. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, imprint, press, lift, and rise up, arriving onto the widest part of the shoulders. We're holding for that in-breath, and exhale, traveling all the way back down and through. Last time like that, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, imprint, press, lift, and rise up, and holding it for that inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back down and through. So let's make our way on up, and we're just gonna flip our bodies around into our quadruped position. So hands stack under shoulders, knees stack under hips, and we just wanna create that long spine here. So the head is stretching in one direction, the tail is stretching in the other direction, and we're pushing the floor away with the palms. Let's move into our cat-cows. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, tuck the tail around your spine, looking at your belly, feeling that hollowing of the navel. Feel your arms get 2 inches longer as you push them into the floor. And then inhale, we come through our neutral into our extension, drawing the shoulders down and together. Exhale, tuck the ribs, scoop the belly off the floor, and push the earth away. Hold breathing in, and exhale, we roll all the way back down and through. Let's do that just 2 more times. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the tail, holding for that inhale, and lengthening away through neutral into extension. Last time, exhale, tuck the ribs into the backbone, reaching into the earth. We're holding it for that inhale, and then taking it through your neutral and into your extension. Now from extension to come back to neutral, pull the ribs down and the hips up, and feel how the belly just naturally pulls away from the ground. Let's go ahead and keep the left leg where it is. Take your right leg and just straighten it all the way. So you've got one knee down, one knee lifted. Before we lift the leg up, I want you to press the left foot down a little bit further onto the ground. So really pressing the top of the foot down, and feel that really draws the abs up a little deeper. Let's take that right leg and now float it up off the ground and reach your left arm up. So take a second just to find your balance here. Hips and shoulders are square. And now let's tap the finger and toe down to the ground and lift it back up. Try not to arch the spine. Lowering down and lift it up. Let's go for 4. Lifts. 3. Lifts. 2. Lifts. 1. Lift and hold. Let's pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down to the ground. So now let's take the left leg away, reach it away, press the top of the right foot down into the ground. Feel that draws the navel in and up. And now let's take the left leg off the ground, follow it with the right arm. I'm running my wall a little bit there, as I always do. And just make sure your hips and shoulders are square. Let's tap down towards the ground and lift back up again. Tapping it down, one side might feel a little different than the other, and lift. Let's go for 4. And 3. 2. 1. Lift and hold, pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back down. So let's reassess those abdominals. Press the top of the feet down. Feel the abs draw in and up. And let's take a step back into our plank. So stepping one foot back or following it with the other foot and just really feeling that push away up the floor. So now let's press the hips up to our downward facing dog. So heels stretch towards the ground, ribs push down towards the front of the hips. And then we're just gonna shift back over into our plank position, pulling the belly in and up. Exhale, press back to your downward dog, stretching the heels down towards the floor. And inhale, hinging back forward over your wrists. Let's do that just 2 more times here. Exhale, pressing back, stretching through the calves and hamstrings. And inhale, shifting back over the wrists. 1 more time, we're pressing back. And now come back to your plank position with the option of just, of course, bringing the knees down again. We're gonna do an alternating bird dog here in your plank, or with knees down. So, drawing the abs in, let's take the right arm and left leg and lift it up, lowering it down. Left arm, right leg, and lower down. Switch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the knees come down. Take a shell stretch back towards your heels. All right, let's do a little fancy transition. Cross your ankles, have a seat, and then just bring the feet in front of you.
So we're gonna move into our half rollbacks next. So let's sit up nice and tall and just flip the palms up, roll the shoulders down and back, a little bit of a bend to the elbows, inner thighs squeeze together. Now let's breathe in to get a little taller. Exhale, flex the spine so we're rounding back, and imagine you're hugging an invisible beach ball against your body. And then we're rolling up and just lifting the chest up, tall, proud chest. Exhale, tuck your tail, scoop the belly, close the ribs as you roll to the top of the sacrum. And inhale, rolling up, lifting the chest. Let's go 3 more. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, rolling up. And 2. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, rolling up. Now last one, we roll back and we hold. Let's take our arms to our I Dream of Genie position. So one hand just goes over, one arm goes over the other. And now keeping your C-curved spine, let's take that right knee and just lift the right knee up and tap the forearms. And then lower it back down again. Left leg comes up, tap the forearms, and lower down. Keep pulling the belly away from the t-shirt. And let's go for 3, and 2, and 1. We're not out of the woods yet. Let's add a twist. Twist to the right, lift the right knee, try to tap the left elbow, and then rotate center. Twist to the left, try to tap the right elbow, rotate center. Let's go for 4, turning through the waist. Stay behind the sit bones. 3, one side's always a little different than the other, and 2. Last one, come in, straighten the legs, reach all 10 fingers up towards the ceiling, and then just dive forward for those shins. A little stretch of that back body there. And then from here, let's come on up, roll it up, scoot your feet in, and just make your way all the way down onto your back. So hands are gonna interlace behind the back of the head. Pelvis is neutral, elbows point slightly forward. And we're gonna breathe in and prepare. Exhale, draw the abs in and peel the shoulders up, sliding ribs to frontal hip bones. Inhale, lower the shoulders back down. Exhale, drawing the abs and curl up. And we lower it back down. Let's go for 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. Now 1 more. We curl up and we hold. Lower the shoulders an inch down towards the floor. Let's go little pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back down. Take a second to relax there, and then we're gonna come into our imprinted position. Take your legs to tabletop and just glue the inner thighs together. Imagine that $100 bill squeeze between those knees. We're gonna repeat that full range of motion. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, draw the abs and peel the shoulders up, and lowering it back down. Exhale, curl and flex, being careful not to pull on your neck. We're deepening the abs so much that the shoulders move forward as a result. Let's go for 4. And 3. 2. Now last one, curl up and hold. Lower an inch to the floor, pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way down. Take a nice big stretch, reaching those arms and legs away. Let those abs relax for just a second, and then we're gonna move it along. So from here, we're gonna go into our single leg stretch. We're gonna kind of start out a very similar way that we started our class. So we're gonna have the left leg bent, right leg straight, and just like we started, draw the abs in so much that we float that right leg up. So we're floating it up, abs are in, and then take that left leg up to tabletop. Curl up and reach for that left shin, and then let's just switch over to the other side. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, hands behind the head, add a twist. Rotate to the right, left leg goes to the long diagonal. Rotate to the left, right leg goes to the long diagonal. Let's go for 8, 7, wide elbows, turn the sternum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it center. Hug those knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze, little rock side to side. And then we're going to set up for our double leg stretch. So option to keep the hands behind the head or the upper body down. Otherwise, we did these last week. Hands are going to go right in the outside of the shins. Let's curl head, neck, and shoulders up, eyes right below the knees. And then on your exhale, take arms and legs as low as you can support with abdominals. And inhale, circle back to the shins. Exhale, reach away. And inhale, circle. And let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, keep the shoulders up. 2, and 1. Hug it in, little rock side to side. And then let's place the feet down and just let your head drop to the right. So we're just stretching at the neck a little bit. I know sometimes, some of the ab work can get a little bit necky if we're not supporting the head with the hands. We'll just go one more on either side, looking just along the horizon. And over to the left. Now let's come back to center. Let's straighten the legs for single leg circle. So just like when we were doing our curls with the legs long, we want to really feel the abs draw in. You're not just kind of hanging out here and letting your ribs puff up. Think about really keeping everything tight. So your obliques are your rib to hip muscles, your suspender muscles. So think of those suspenders staying nice and tight. We don't want to let them go kind of loose like, grandpa's suspenders. So option here for single leg circle, you can bend the non-moving leg, otherwise keep it straight. And just like before, draw the abs in and just start to float that right leg up, keeping the front of the thigh nice and active. And then we're gonna draw a circle in towards your midline, down, around, and up. Coming into midline, down, around, and up. So the challenge here is to keep the bowl of the pelvis upright. If you wanna make it even a little bit harder, you can take your hands away. Feels like so much more work that way. 2 more in this direction. Last time. Now stop at the apex of your circle. Let's just go the other way. Take it out first and then down, around, and up. Really fight to keep that weight on the center of the pelvis. Don't let it rock side to side. Let's go for 3 and 2. One more time. And then we take that leg down. Draw the abs in so much the left leg gets light and lifts up. Front of the thigh drawing in. And then we cross the midline going in first, circling around. Drawing it in and circle around. Picture like a spoon stirring a cup of coffee. Let's go for 2 and 1. Stop at the apex of your circle and reverse, taking it out first, down, around, and up. And we go for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And take the leg all the way down. Keep your abs drawing in like crazy. Now let's reach the arms behind you for our roll-ups. So option to come up part of the way or use your hands to help you up. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, tuck your chin, close the ribs, and round forward. So we're stretching for those toes. Really feeling that length through the back of the body. Now keep the spine round as you peel down. So the spine is in that capital letter C, legs stay heavy, and just take it all the way back down onto the shoulders. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, nod, tuck the ribs and flex forward. Keep pulling back on the belly as you stretch for the toes. Peeling back towards your imprinted spine, and control it all the way back down into your mat. Let's do that 2 more times. Lifting arms. Exhale, nod, curl, and flex, rounding for those toes. Inhale, peeling it back towards the mat. And exhale, floating the arms overhead. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, nod, curl, and flex, drawing back on the waist. And then last time you roll it down Now take the arms overhead. And if you have room, hopefully I do, we can just circle them around. I'm just hitting every piece of furniture as I circle my arms around. So from here, we're gonna go into some glute work. So we wanna just take the feet and slide them in towards your sit bones. We're gonna go to some bridging. So unlike the hip roll, this is a hinge. So we're just opening and closing the hip crease. The spine stays neutral. Let's breathe in and prepare. Exhale, contract the glutes and press up. So we squeeze those butt cheeks together, and inhale, break at the hips to lower all the way back down. Exhale, squeeze up and lift, and we lower it back down. Keep those suspender muscles active though. Make sure as you're coming down, you're taking everything down. You're not leaving your ribs behind. Let's go for 4. Opening up those sitting muscles for 3. And 2. Now last one, let's press up and let's hold it here. So we're in our shoulder bridge. Let's shift the weight onto the left foot and just seamlessly float that right leg up into a tabletop. So feel that left glute contract. And then we lower the right foot all the way down, shift your weight into your right foot, and just float the left leg up in a tabletop. Try not to let anything else move here. So those hips stay squared off towards the ceiling. We're just putting the foot back down where we got it from, not further out or closer in. Lifting it up and lower down. Now, let's lift the right leg up and let's hold. We're gonna go into toe taps on this right side. So, keeping the hips lifted, tap the toe towards the ground. You don't have to bring it all the way down, and then just float it back up. Lowering it down towards the floor and lift it back up. Let's go for 3 and 2. That left glute should feel like it's doing some work. Last one. Now hold it here, and let's reach that right leg up to the ceiling. Flex your toe towards your shin. Drag the leg as low as you can, keep the hips lifted, and then point the toe and lift up. Flex to lower and point to lift. Let's go for 3 and 2. Last one. And hold. Bring the hips all the way down. We're gonna do a little hamstring stretch. So let's curl up and reach for that right calf. Left leg goes long and low. And let's pull twice towards the chest and switch. Pull, pull, switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, keep a little tuck in the chin. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring those knees into the chest, and we can set the feet back down. So now we got to do the same thing on the other side. Got to stay even. So let's bridge the hips on up, and this time shifting the weight onto the right foot. Float the left leg up in a tabletop, and then we tap that left toe towards the ground and lift it back up again. Lowering towards the floor and lift. And we go for 3 and 2 and 1. Lift and hold. Reach up to the ceiling. Flex your toe to your shin and drag it down. Point the toe and lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. Let's go for 3 and 2, 1. Lift and hold. Bring the hips all the way down. Curl up, reach for that left calf. Right leg goes long and low. And we pull, pull, and change. Reach, reach, and change. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down, hugging those knees into the chest, and just let them rock side to side. All right, so let's go ahead and flip over onto your side. It's not going to matter which side we get to because we're going to move to both of them. And then what we want to do is go into a little bit of rotation. So let's just lie on your bottom arm like a pillow. Take your top fingertip to your eyebrow. Keep your inner thighs squeezed together and down. And then on your next exhale, just start to rotate your chest back. So you're following your elbow with your chest, getting that nice stretch across the front of the body. And then we're inhaling to just come back in. Exhale, rotating through the waist, just like a pepper grinder. And inhale back in. And let's just do that 3 more times. Rotate, and in. And 2. And in. Last one. And in. All right, breaks over. We're coming up to the forearm. From here, both of those legs are bent, top hands on the hip, and just take a second to really lift the bottom rib away from the floor. So feel like there's some activity going on here. You're pushing that bottom arm down into the floor. Now let's take that top leg and just lift it up, that hip height or maybe a little bit higher, and then just lower it back down again. Squeeze the top seat, lifting it up and lowering it back down. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, nothing moving but the leg bone. 2. Now last one, lift, hold. You're at hip height here, that foot is flexed. We're pushing that heel behind you. So reaching that heel back, squeezing that glute, and then bending that knee back into your tabletop. We're driving that heavy bookshelf away with our heel and coming back in. So the abs here have to stay really active so we don't start to kind of wobble back and forth, right? Think about keeping that tuck inward of the ribs as you push the leg behind you. Let's go for 4 and 3, drive it away. 2. Now last one, press hold. Point your toe, little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. And now take the leg all the way down and lift back up to hip height or a little higher. Lowering it down and lift. 6, 5, keep pushing the floor away with that forearm. Don't sink down. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Reach the top arm overhead. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Push up to seated. Reach for your ankles and just take a little side stretch over. And then bring it all the way down. All right. Flipping those legs around. We're starting with those twists first. So resting on the bottom arm, top hand is just going to go on your eyebrow. Legs are glued together and down. And then breathing in to prepare. Exhale, rotating the sternum to the back wall. And inhale, rotate back to square. Exhale, rotating it back. And inhale back in. Some rotation is so good for the upper spine. Let's go for 3. And 2. Last one. And now let's come on up to the forearm. Knees are bent, top hands on the hip. We're pulling those bottom 2 ribs together and then lifting that top leg up, about hip height or higher, and lowering it back down. Finding that side seat muscle to lift and lowering it back down. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now last one, holds. Now we're driving that heel back, pressing that bookshelf away, and bending back into your tabletop. Exhale, press away through that heel and back in. As you push the leg back, tuck the ribs into the belly. That's going to give you a little bit more control. Let's go for 4,
and 3, 2. Now last one, press and hold. Point your toe, draw a circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop at the top and take the straight leg all the way down. Pull the ribs up a little higher, and then we lift to hip height or so and back down. Lifting it up and lowering down. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, release the arm overhead, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down, push up, reach for the ankles, and side bends. So those never seem to get easier. They're always tough. So our legs are so used to going forward and back, running, biking, swimming even. So those muscles on the side of the hip, it's always good to make sure we're giving them some attention to. So let's go ahead and flip onto our bellies for some extension. So we're gonna take the legs wide and turned out, and then just stack the hands right underneath the forehead. So we're gonna go into some chest lifts first. Feel your hip bones press down and feel that lift upward of the belly, like you're trying to pull it off of the floor. So let's breathe in and prepare. On your exhale, lift the chest up just an inch or two off the mat. Elbows are nice and high to activate through the back of the shoulders. Let's hold breathing in and then lower everything back down. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, lift up, elbows high and wide. Hold, inhale, spine is long, and lower down. 2 more before we add. Lifting up, pausing there, and lowering down. 1 more time, lift it up, hold, and lower. So what we're gonna add on here, to make sure I'm not gonna run into my wall, because I always do that, we're gonna add on a straightening of the arms when we're up. So we're gonna be increasing our leverage and adding a little more challenge for our upper back muscles. So we'll start the same way. We're lifting the chest up off the ground, and now just straighten your arms, reach it forward, just like Superman. Eyes are still at the ground. Slide your fingertips back to your eyebrows, and then take the whole shape down. Lifting it up, fingertips forward, bring them back, and lower. Last 2, lift up, stretching it forward, bring it back, and lower. Last time, lift, reach, return, and lower. So the last thing we're gonna do in this prone position is we're gonna go into a lat pull with leg adductions. That means as we pull the arms in, the legs are gonna squeeze together. So let's start here with the arms long in front of you like Superman. Eye gaze is just at the ground, your nose is hovering up. And then from here, we're lifting the arms up. So back of the shoulders are already really active. And then as you pull your elbows into your ribs, squeeze the inner thighs together. Everything becomes one long line. And now reach the arms overhead, open the legs, and lower everything back down. So take the chest up, pull the elbows down, squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach it back forward, open the legs, and lower down. Just 2 more times. Lift it up, pull the elbows down, feel those armpit muscles engage. Open the legs, stretch the arms, lower it down. Last time, lifting it up, pull everything in, squeeze those armpits. Open the legs, reach the arms, and then lower it all the way down. Now let's just walk the hands to the shoulders and just take our shell stretch back towards our heels, coming to that counter stretch, widening across the back of the rib cage. So next we're gonna go into our kind of last little challenging thing. We're gonna move into essentially what are some mountain climbers. So what these are gonna look like is we're gonna be in our plank position. We're gonna be pulling the knees up to the chest. So an option here, if this is too much, is you can always just alternate a leg lift instead, all right? So hands are stacked underneath the shoulders. Shoulders are solid, abs in, let's step back to our plank position. So feel like you're pushing down through the floor and pulling up through the belly. From here, pull the right knee up to the chest and just step it back to your plank. Left knee steps up to the chest and reach it away. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not done yet. Let's add a twist. Right knee to left elbow, rotate and step it back. Left knee, right elbow, rotate, step it back. We've got 6. Keep pushing the floor away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, hold it here, and then soften down and sit back towards the heels. Let the head come to rest on the mat. Nice long stretch through the fingertips. Let's go ahead and walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Use your left hand to cover your right hand and just push your hips over to the left side. Feel that really nice stretch all down the left side of the waist. And then let's walk the hands over to the left side. Right hand covers left and just push the hips over to the right side. Holds. Let's walk it back to center, and then let's take it to a proposal position. So right leg is forward, left leg is back. Option, of course, is you can pad up your bottom knee or just fold your mat a few times. So we're gonna bring the hands onto the hips for a second, and then just tuck the tail. We're pulling the tailbone up towards your navel, and feel how that really opens up the back hip. You can hinge forward a little bit just to make sure it's not so big, right? We're just gonna hold it there. So the glutes are squeezed, everything's engaged. And then let's just take all 10 fingers up and just maybe even reach it back. Keep that tail tucking as you reach up. Feel that really nice opening through the hip. And just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come down, bring your hands to the outside of the right thigh and just rotate to the right. So lifting the chest, getting taller as you twist to that right side. Let's come back in and just switch sides. So now the right leg is back, left leg is forward. Hands to hip bones. That's going to help you dial the pelvis up. Squeezing that right butt, maybe hinging forward a little bit. And then we're going to take all 10 fingers up. And again, just reaching up, keeping that right glute squeezed. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing the hands to the outside of the left thigh, rotate, lift the chest, and hold. And then let's rotate all the way back to center. All right, let's finish up with a little side bend stretch here, you guys. So let's take it to our mermaid position. You're gonna take your right leg forward, left leg behind. I'm gonna kind of mirror you here. So option here is to just take the legs over to one side. This is also a really nice little hip stretch. So let's take that right arm up towards the ceiling and then exhale, just side bend and really framing the face with the arm. So making sure that your elbow's not really pointy. It's creating the same curve as the side of your head. That's going to allow that lat to stretch. And then we're reaching up on your inhale and lowering down. Same thing, same side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the left and lifting up and lowering down. One more time, we're reaching it up. Exhale, side bend, framing the face, and lift and lower. So switch the leg that's in front. Now it's gonna be the left leg forward, right leg back. It's using like all of my brain power to reverse the right and the left, looking into the Zoom camera. All right, so again, one side might feel a little bit different, that's okay. Let's take that left arm up and then exhale, side bending towards the right. Again, framing the face, pressing that left sit bone into the floor and reaching up and lowering down. Same thing, same side, take it up. Exhale, side bend, fanning those left ribs open and lifting it up and lowering it down. Last time there, you guys, reach it up, side bend, framing the face, and lift and lower. And there you have it, guys. Awesome job. Thanks so much for coming, you guys.
As always, it's always just so appreciated. So thank you. Thank you so much. So a couple of announcements.